Welcome back to Out Here in the Garage. Today I'm working on this 1988 Ford Mustang. I've done an intro to it in an earlier video, but it's a 5.0 automatic, and I've done the upper and lower Explorer intake and injectors. Got 94 Mustang mass air sensor, doing the EGR block off, and now I'm to the point that I've already removed the Thermactor tube, but I'm going to install some block off plates on the back of the heads. Down on the lower intake, I drilled and tapped the EGR port there and put a brass plug in it. So that's closing all that off. I'll still have to go down here and disconnect these tubes that are still hanging that go down to the exhaust system. But in the future, this car is going to get some headers. I got some long tubes, so I'm inclined to use them since I already have them. But we'll see when I get to that point exactly what I'm going to put on here. Let me move the camera a little closer, show you what I've got here. Ordered these block-off plates from Late Model Restoration. And they've got a little recess spot, or dimple rather, that goes into the recess spot in the head. So on the back of the head, it'll be sitting like that. And once you start putting that bolt in, it about self-centers on that hole, and it doesn't have anything going through it now. If it does, a little carbon will clog it up pretty quick. And it simply goes on with a 1/2-inch wrench. But first I'm going to reach back here and take a razor blade and carefully make sure I scrape off any carbon so I get a good flush seal against it. There's no gasket. Like I said, if there is any carbon leakage, exhaust leakage, it's going to stop that up pretty quick. So I hope we don't have a little ticking when we first get it going from the exhaust noise, but we'll see. I've taken off the Thermactor tube, and I don't know where I put that thing because I try to save all the original parts. So if I were to sell this and if somebody requested the original parts, I'll give them to them because I don't need them. That's why I upgraded. Alright, that ran right down in there, and I'm just going to use a trusty 1/2-inch combo. Alright, that one's in. Let's go around the other side and see if we can put it in real quick. And here's the bag this kit came in. It came with the 2 block-off pieces and 2 bolts. If you can read that number. Looks like LRS 9449 BP. Like I said, I got that from Late Model Restoration Supply. They've got some good stuff for these FOXBODYs. No, they didn't pay me to say that. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm putting the camera there so you can see my arm going in. Had to break out a sweatshirt today. Finally got cool on us. I'm down in central part of Tennessee, and I looked this morning, the thermometer said 46 degrees, but it'll be 70 later in the week. That's the way things go. Here's I just now put this bolt in, and it's not going right in like that other side did. But we got time. Time is on our side. Got all new hoses to put on here. About ready to plug the distributor back in. Fuel lines are just sitting here. I got them loose. Just loose sitting here so nothing will get inside like a dirt dauber and cause a bunch of problems. That'd be a headache, wouldn't it, trying to figure out Why am I not getting any fuel flow? And you get 100 people tell you, oh, it's your fuel filter. It's just a dirt dauber. Those can be a pain to get loose, but I found a little trick on that. Is spray some lubricant, like that PB blaster I like to use. Try to get your disconnect tool in there, and if it doesn't want to seem like it snap right away, take one of those little bitty pocket screwdrivers and just reach up in that section right there, just barely. Try to move around, see if you can get it to relax, and then put that tool on there, and it ought to pop right off. Just a few more threads and we got this in here. I'm still running the stock distributor and ignition on this one. They work pretty good. I had found a remote ignition module heat sink off a Ford truck, but I hadn't really figured out how to get all the wiring coordinated to get it over onto the firewall. So right now I'm just going to go back like it was on the distributor, and that's that wiring right there. I know it's about like watching paint dry. Alright, that's in there. So now we're just going to keep working on all the little tidbits on this car. I'm doing a 3G alternator upgrade. Got it laying right here. I've had to notch a bracket for some clearance on it right down in here. And then I've run a new hot wire. This here is going to go from the solenoid to a breaker right here, and then that connects to this wire that runs all the way around over here to the back of the alternator. And so that's how we're going to feed the power system on this car. Alright, well that's all I've got today on this Mustang, but come on back and we'll look at some more of the details we need to finish up so we can look forward to the day of firing this thing up. Thanks for coming and visiting us out here in the garage. Please like and subscribe and watch as we build some of these old Fords